Hey Gemini, this is a reading all about embracing the mystery, like something that is kind of foggy right now that you may not have clarity about, but as it's unfolding, there's a beautiful gift underneath all of this. So what I'm seeing here for you, Gemini, is that your happily ever after, your happy ending is fast approaching, if not already here. And because of that, it's like you haven't experienced this before, but you're going to be surrounded in love, in support, in people actually being on your team, showing up for you, like really caring about you, and everything's going to feel so much better. Life is going to get better. Blessings are going to start showering in. But I do see, as everything starts to unfold, everything's starting to work out. The reason this is happening is because you've done deep healing work on yourself. But as you're moving forward toward your peace, the people of the past are going to have a problem with it. They are not going to want you to move on. It's like they created so much suffering in your life, and they're like, how dare you move beyond the suffering? Like, how dare you heal from what we put you through? How dare you shine brighter because we put you through so much shit? Like, how does that work? And they're confused and they're frustrated that you're moving on. I do see that you may have a difficult time leaving these people behind, but what I'm seeing here is this energy of cutting them off, blocking them from your life. This is a decision that I feel you're going to have to really, you may have to focus more on what your intuition is telling you with the Two of Swords coming out more than anything else. You may have a very soft and gentle heart, and leaving these people behind will, like, they don't want that. They want access to your energy. They want access to you. They want to keep you in the trauma. They want to keep you down so they feel better about themselves. But the people you're dealing with, okay, with the Knight of Wands and the Fool card both coming out in reverse together, let's just say they have issues, okay? They have issues. They create really toxic energy. They don't think before they act. They are cruel and heartless and really shallow, and the way they've treated you, they are going to feel so stupid as you continue to progress, as your happily ever after unfolds, because you are receiving your karma and they're going to be receiving theirs. And it's like what they put you through was so horrendous, so cruel, so heartless, that's kind of the energy that they're sitting in now and will be moving forward. And it's kind of like, this is so funny. We have the Three of Pentacles coming out, and usually there's three people working together. But in this card, we just have this like light. You just beamed right up out of there. You just poof, disappeared into a ball of light. And these people are standing here like, what? What are we supposed to do now? Like, Gemini just turned into a shooting star, and I don't know what to do. Their spiritual gifts are expanding. They're healing. They're growing. Their life's getting better, and we're still here in this dungeon trying to figure out what to do with all these, those are books, with all these books. Like, maybe, okay, they're staying down here in this dungeon and you're beaming up out of there, because these people need to learn. These people need to learn. And I feel like having access to your healing energy and all of that, it's almost like a crutch for them, so they don't have to do that work. They don't have to go inward. They can just lean on you. And if they don't feel that light, they'll just take Gemini's light. If they don't feel happiness, they'll just steal Gemini's happiness. And I feel like this cutting off of these people is a part of your happily ever after, because they were that negative. Like, they were really pulling you down. And I feel like the happiness that you're about to experience is going to be so happy that you may honestly forget about these people or even what they did to you. Like, it's not even going to matter anymore. But these people are never going to forget you, Gemini, because of the light that you are, the light that you've always been. And it's like they couldn't try to paint you all these dark ways. They can try to make you look bad. They can try to say that you are everything that they are. But the truth is the truth, and you moving forward and actually being able to experience peace and healing and happiness and joy is really going to expose who the problem was here, okay? Yeah, because these people, again, super immature, thoughtless, and yeah, they don't want this cycle to end. They fear change. And they would rather stay in their toxicity than do the inward healing work to get them to where they need to be, even where they want to be. And so they lean on other people who are strong, who are stable, so they can feel that is what they are. Like, these people just dissolve into other people's energy and they claim it as their own. And I feel like that's another reason why it's really important to cut these people off. And interestingly enough, that is the song that my guides want me to share in this reading. It's called Cut 'Em Off by Corinne Hawthorne. And she says, should have been cut 'em off, but I was hard-headed. Should have cut 'em off, but I thought they were really family. Should have cut them off. So this actually may be your family. And it doesn't have to be, but for some of you it is. And I feel like it's really hard to draw that line, especially when it is family, leaving them to the karma they've created for themselves. But I feel like they've done enough damage here in your life. They've done enough damage. And you're the one who's done that inward healing work. And so it's time for you to receive the karma and the release of this toxic energy, because you've done so much work to get there. Yeah, and I feel like you taking this action, cutting these people off, they are going to feel a lot of stress and a lot of worry because they leaned on your light so profoundly. And they're really used to you with the Page of Cups coming out here. They're used to your kind, gentle, and soft heart. They're used to your healing energy because you gave it so freely, because you are loving, because you are a healer. But yeah, it's here you are with your sword, just gonna cut this off because my light matters more. My light matters more, and these people are draining my light and my hope for the future. And it's kind of like, this is a really tough decision. I've had to make this decision more than once. If I stay in this situation, it's like, at least on an intuitive level, that if I stay here in the situation, it will completely drain my life force energy, like my light. So it's time to turn my back and stop investing in these people and this situation. But what's really cool, when you do that, yeah, that's when you get to experience your happily ever after, the 10 of Cups and the 4 of Swords. You get to experience peace and healing and your happily ever after. Happy family life, being surrounded by soul family that loves and cares for your soul, not just for what you can provide for them, but for who you are. And I see that is what you are moving toward. And there is this energy of taking responsibility for other people's feelings as you do that. As these people are going through their karma and they're upset because they can't project all that they are onto you, the line's been drawn and they're upset about it. They're upset as hell, or they will be when you do this. But that's because they're sitting in what they created. That was never your responsibility to take care of for them. That was never And the fact that they're disgruntled because they feel that it is your responsibility is just confirmation that leaving them behind is actually the best choice. But my guides wanted me to share this quote. It says, I don't know who said this, but he said, "You got to leave people free to suffer. You can't save other people from their own suffering. It's a big lesson to learn. It takes a long time to learn. If they ask for your help, that's one thing, and that's like a soul contract that you have with them that allows you to do this. But you do not have the right to go up to people on the street and start haranguing them because they're they're too much in their ego. That's none of your business, even if they're your child or your spouse." So, yeah, even though these people are very, very close to you, have been, right? They're so in their ego. Eckhart Tolle says, people who continue to hang on to the ego, to these toxic patterns and stuff, the only reason they do that is because they haven't suffered enough yet. And as painful as that is, it's time to move on. They don't want you to, but hop in your boat and row it far away from these people. I have something in my eye. But, okay. The oracle cards that my guides want me to share. First, we have Everything Turns to Light. And it reads, "I work to improve myself, embrace all that life brings to me, and transform darkness into light. I allow myself to grow and become stronger." Then we have Affirmation. "I listen to myself and acknowledge my needs. I assert myself and retain my power. I am brave and gentle. I don't have to be afraid of others. I respect myself and am respected by others." And the last oracle card is Goodness. "I refine my character and overcome difficulties by remaining positive. I calm my heart and illuminate my intellect to transform shadow into light. I consciously manifest goodness in and around me. I improve my qualities for the benefit of all." So whatever you went through here, Gemini, everything that you've been through, it's like you are transmuting all of that toxic energy and you're turning it into light. It's almost like I heard a quote recently. He was saying, you never hurt an alchemist, because that's what they do. Like, that's a part of their purpose, is transforming and transmuting pain into healing and into light, into purpose. And you've done that in this situation. And your guides are saying, keep moving forward, knowing that even though this is painful to watch people you love suffer because of what they've created for themselves, keep moving forward in confidence and know that you are not to blame. They will do they're blessed. They will do their best to blame you, though. They will. They'll try to figure out ways to do it. They'll try to figure out how they can project what they've created for themselves onto you. They'll do that because they're still toxic. And that is exactly why you're being invited to cut them off, because you've carried enough for them. So that is the message for you, Gemini. I hope this was helpful, and we'll talk to you next time.